She sold happiness in glass jars. I first noticed the sign about 3 weeks ago, taped to an old lamppost on my way home from work. It read, "Happiness sold in glass jars. Call today," followed by a phone number. I snapped a quick photo, thinking it was a funny prank. I meant to show it to my wife, Kayla, but I got sidetracked and forgot all about it. The next day, I woke up with my back to hers. I left early for work, same as usual, grabbing a quick bite of leftover pizza from the fridge. It was a dreary shift, nothing special, just numbers and spreadsheets at the office. But I managed to finish early, so I left sooner than normal. That's when I noticed the same poster again. For some reason, I couldn't resist calling the number. Part of me assumed it had to be a joke, or maybe a setup for selling illegal substances. Still, I dialed. It rang once, then a woman answered. "Hello," she said. Hi, I'm calling about your poster. The, glass jar thing." "Awesome," she replied. "When do you want to pick it up?" "Pick what up?" "The jar," she said plainly. I mumbled something about being free now, since Kayla, my wife, wouldn't expect me until my usual time. I figured I could slip this in. No harm done, we agreed to meet in a public parking lot to avoid creeps, as she put it. She arrived in a navy sedan, alone. She had curly blonde hair, reminded me of some storybook character. "Nice day," she said, glancing at the gray sky. "Yeah," I replied, hardly paying attention. "You're the one who wants the jar, right?" "That's me." "Cool," she said, handing me a tiny mason jar, maybe 2 inches tall. Inside was light, not a bulb, just light, like someone captured a mini star. It glowed even under the afternoon sun. "So, what is this?" I asked. She laughed. "It's happiness, I told you." She moved to get back in her car. "Wait, aren't you selling it?" "Don't worry," she said, shutting her door with a grin. "You'll pay." She drove off, leaving me standing there, rain clouds suddenly looming overhead. The jar glowed in my hand like a tiny sun. I stuffed it in my pocket as the drizzle turned into a downpour. I ran all the way back to my apartment number 33, same as it had been for years. But when I knocked and the door opened, a total stranger, heavy-set, greasy hair, stood there. "Wrong place, buddy," he said, amused. "Sorry," I mumbled, stepping back. But this was my door, my home. Only now it wasn't. I tried calling Kayla, but her contact was gone from my phone. All my contacts were gone. Every text, every photo. I couldn't even remember her number. I thought maybe I could get my backup files at work, so I bussed over. But at the door, my key card was missing. I buzzed security. "Hey, this is Tim. I lost my card. What's your employee number?" I froze, drawing a blank. "Then just give me your full name and department." "Tim Black, finance." I lied. Or maybe it was the truth. I wasn't sure anymore. "Sorry, no time Black works here," came the reply. My mind was unraveling. I forgot if Kayla was real, though I knew I had a wife. Or was it a girlfriend? We had a child, right? My daughter was 13, or was she? My memories were vanishing. I looked down at the jar in my hand, its glow piercing through the gloom. Then my phone buzzed. A text from that same woman. The worst is yet to come. The rage and confusion built in me like a storm. I hurled the jar to the ground, smashing it. Immediately, a brilliant golden light flooded everything, like creation itself exploding around me. A warmth engulfed me. Then I blinked. I was in bed again, lying back to back with Kayla. The morning sun streamed in. My phone had one text: "Let me know if you ever need another jar." I called in sick that day. I tiptoed into my daughter's room. Yes, I remembered her clearly now, and told her she could skip 7th grade classes for the day. She gave me a sleepy grin. I climbed back into bed, wrapped my arms around Kayla, and refused to let go. When my daughter finally bounded in, jumping on the mattress, I pulled her under the covers with us. That day I found real happiness. No jar required.